Take a deep breath and let your mind completely settle into this moment. The universe is constantly moving, shifting, and aligning things behind the scenes, even when everything around you feels perfectly still. There is a profound shift happening in the unseen realms right now, a powerful transition that is directly connected to your destiny. Someone out there, the person whose soul is intricately woven with yours, has just closed a massive door. They have officially ended a major chapter of their life. And they did it because the universe is clearing the path for them to begin a brand new story with you. Think about how many times you have wondered why certain things had to fall apart in your own life. You have faced heartbreaks, delays, and moments of intense isolation where you questioned if love, true alignment, and genuine connection were even real. But every single time you were forced to let go of something, you were actually being prepared. What you might not realize is that the exact same process has been happening to your soulmate. For a very long time, they were stuck in a cycle that was never meant to last. They were participating in a chapter of life that was designed to teach them, to break them down, and ultimately to mold them into the exact version of themselves that is ready to receive you. This chapter they just ended wasn't easy for them. It might have been an old relationship that dragged on far past its expiration date, a toxic environment that drained their energy, or a deeply ingrained mindset of fear and scarcity that kept them hiding from the world. They stayed in that space because it was comfortable, or because they felt a sense of obligation, or perhaps because they simply didn't know that someone like you existed yet. But the universe has a way of making uncomfortable situations entirely unbearable when it is time for us to grow. The weight became too heavy for them to carry. The signs became too loud to ignore. The lessons were finally fully integrated. And so, with a mixture of fear and incredible courage, they made the definitive choice to walk away. They chose to close that book once and for all. When someone closes a major chapter of their life, it creates an enormous cosmic vacuum. It releases a massive wave of energy into the spiritual realm. That empty space they just created is not meant to stay empty. It is the canvas upon which your shared future is about to be painted. They had to clear out the old clutter, the old emotional baggage, and the lingering attachments to people who only knew how to love them in halves. They had to heal from the pain of their past, so they wouldn't bring bleeding wounds into the sacred space they are going to build with you. Every tear they shed in that final ending was actually clearing their vision, so that when they finally look at you, they will recognize you instantly. You need to understand the magnitude of what this means for your own journey. Sometimes you feel a sudden, unexplainable wave of emotion. You might feel an intense longing out of nowhere, or a random sense of peace that washes over you during a difficult day. This is not just random psychology. This is spiritual resonance. You are feeling the ripples of their breakthrough. When they finally found the strength to sever the ties to their past, your soul felt the shift. The energetic barrier that was keeping you two apart has just dissolved. The timing of the universe is absolute perfection, and it never works on just one side of the equation. While they were working through their final tests, you were working through yours. You were learning how to value yourself, how to set boundaries, and how to stop settling for less than you deserve. You are being prepared to be the sanctuary they need after surviving the storm of their previous chapter. The concept of a soulmate is often romanticized as something effortless, an instant fairy tale where two people just fall into each other's laps without any prior struggle. But the deepest, most profound connections are forged in the fires of individual transformation. You cannot build a monument of divine love on a foundation of unhealed trauma. That is why the universe made them wait, and that is why the universe made you wait. They had to finish their unfinished business. They had to face their own shadows, look their deepest fears in the eye, and decide that they were worthy of a pure, unconditional, and evolutionary kind of love. By ending that previous chapter, they have declared to the universe that they are finally ready for the real thing. They are ready for you. Imagine the courage it took for them to let go of what was familiar. Walking away from a life chapter, even an unhappy one, requires a profound leap of faith. They had to step into the unknown without any concrete guarantees. They didn't have a map, and they didn't have a visual picture of your face yet. All they had was a deep, intuitive whisper in their heart telling them that there is something immensely greater waiting for them on the other side of their obedience to growth. That whisper is the echo of your soul calling them home. Every step they take away from their past is a step closer to your present reality. They are actively walking toward you right now, stripped of their old illusions, wearing their heart on their sleeve, and carrying a newfound clarity that only comes from surviving a major life transition. Do not allow impatience or skepticism to cloud your vision during this potent time. It is very easy to look around at your current circumstances and think that nothing is changing. But the most significant transformations always happen beneath the surface, before they manifest in the physical world. Just like a seed breaks apart in the darkness of the soil before the green shoot bursts into the sunlight, your soulmate's life has just gone through a necessary breaking. They are currently navigating the transition phase, the sacred pause between the ending of the old and the full manifestation of the new. This is the time for you to hold the frequency of love, peace, and high expectation. Do not lower your standards now. Do not go back to old, dead situations out of loneliness, because doing so would mean re-entering a chapter that you already closed, just as they have closed theirs. Your paths are converging with an unstoppable momentum. Think of two rivers that have spent miles winding through different terrains, overcoming different obstacles, and carving through different rocks. Each river had its own unique journey, its own rapids, and its own quiet streams. But gravity and destiny are constantly pulling them toward the exact same point. The moment of convergence is inevitable. When those two rivers meet, they combine into a force that is far more powerful, deep, and majestic than either could ever be on its own. That is what is happening with your lives. The separate paths are coming to an end, and the shared ocean of your collective destiny is opening up right in front of you. You must prepare your heart to receive them with absolute openness. When someone ends a heavy chapter, they arrive at the next destination with a deep appreciation for peace. They will not be looking for drama, games, or mixed signals. They will be looking for a safe harbor, and you will be looking for the same. Because of what they have just overcome, they will cherish your kindness. They will value your consistency. They will see your love not as something to take for granted, but as the ultimate reward for the hardships they endured to get to you. And you will look at them and realize that every single delay you experienced was a mercy from the universe, saving you from settling for the wrong people so you could be fully available when this beautifully prepared soul finally arrived. Trust the divine orchestration that is at play. You do not need to force this, you do not need to chase it, and you certainly do not need to stress about how or when it will happen. Your only job right now is to remain anchored in your own self-love, to keep expanding your own life, and to send out thoughts of gratitude into the universe. Acknowledge the invisible work that your partner has just done. In your quiet moments, send them love and strength as they navigate the closing details of their old life. Celebrate their victory over their past, because their victory is ultimately your victory too. The space has been cleared. The old chapter is completely finished. The book has been turned. And the very first line of your beautiful shared story is being written by the hand of destiny at this very moment. Keep your heart wide open, because your new beginning has officially started.